Hello everyone and welcome to Lion's Lane. My name is Leo. This is my channel. It is an art channel, as you will see from watching this video, but also from the myriad of things that I will soon have posted on my channel. I do metaphysical art, character art, any art that represents, pride and social equality and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of that stuff here. And I've been wanting to make an art YouTube for a really long time, so I figured I should just jump into it and do it finally. I can't take all the credit, I have to say. ABD Illustrates, Alex has really motivated me to start my own channel, so go check out Alex. I will put links to everything down below. And Alex, if you ever hear this, I am just so grateful to have found your channel, and you seem like such a sweet person and you're so talented, and I just love all of your videos and they make me really happy, and it's thanks to you that I have this YouTube channel now. So if you ever see this, thank you. Anyway, moving right along. So I had decided that a good way for me to get my art out there, stay motivated to do things, was to kind of do my own little art challenge. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Inktober, for instance, or Mermay, where people draw and make different kinds of mermaids and stuff. So I wanted to do something like that because I can never seem to have the time to do it when it's actually happening. So I decided to make my own, just for myself, really. But so I call it Fly in July. And basically every day this month I'm going to be devoting my time and an art piece to creating a video for you guys showing something to do with flying things. It can be birds, insects, for instance, angels. We've got this guy here as an angel looking kind of character. So yeah, that is the plan. And I have a little prompt list and prompt chart that I made. I'm gonna try and put the image up right now. And there it is. So you guys can see each day is marked out here. Hopefully, hopefully you can see that, and what prompts I'm doing each day. If you guys like this idea and want to join in and, have a fun time challenging yourself, I would love to hear all about it and to see it. My Instagram is lions.lane.art, and I will put links to that down below. Just use the hashtag FlyInJuly. And yeah, that would be really cool. Anyway, so let's start talking about the piece. So the first prompt is PRISM, and I think it's appropriate, just kind of coming right off the tail end of Pride Month. For those of you wondering, I am a gay man, so Pride Month is very important to me, and representing that in my artwork is something that's also very important to me. So I picked the word PRISM. Well, not picked it, actually. What I did was I went and found a random word generator and kind of just found ones that I liked. So it's not totally random, but it kind of is at the same time. Anyway, so I thought immediately for this prompt, I had this idea of an angel or some kind of winged man, kind of worshiping this rainbowy crystal, and they would have... My original plan had rainbow in the wings, in the feathers and stuff. But you'll see when I get to the coloring stage that I kind of went a little different direction with that. But I still think the piece turned out pretty well. So yeah. So here I'm starting to add in the background. It's a very simple background. Since I'm going to be doing one of these every day, I didn't want to spend a lot of time doing very detailed backgrounds and stuff like that. So it's just a simple gradient with light at the top, dark at the bottom, well, darker at the bottom. And then I'm using the cloud brush that actually comes with this program to make just some clouds in the background there. What program am I using, you might ask? This is Procreate. It is an iPad program. It's like, I don't know if it differs based on what part of the world you're in, but I'm in the US, and for me it was like 10 bucks, $9.99 USD, I think. Such a good program. There's really only one or two like minor complaints I could ever have about it. To be $10, I am just completely and totally impressed. I've been using it religiously like a madman since I got this iPad a couple years ago, and I love it. So I recommend it to anybody who wants to get into drawing, who has an iPad. You don't need to buy a $400, $500, $600 like drawing tablet. You can use an iPad. Don't get me wrong, I love drawing tablets, and I have one. But the iPad's just so convenient because you can pick it up, you can carry it with you. Anyway, so I kind of went with like this wine grape color for the accents on his garb. Yeah, I don't know, it just kind of fit because the wings are kind of pink tinted and the hair is kind of pink tinted, or like more like a, I guess like a dreamsicle kind of color with a little bit of pink. And I thought it looked nice. So now you'll see here I'm moving on to coloring the lines. This is something that I will do off and on depending on how much time I have, whether it's a commission or a personal piece or something like that. If it's a personal piece, I may not bother to take the time to color the lines because it takes a while sometimes. But you know, sometimes it looks really good. So for this piece, I just decided to do it for the softer parts that I wanted to look softer. So like the wings, the hair, and the skin, I believe, is all that I colored the lines of in this piece. Looking now, I feel like I forgot to color in that space between his fingers. Oops. Whoopsies. Hey, whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect. I will probably fix it later though, because it'll bother me otherwise, but... So now what I'm doing is just taking a airbrush in the color of the background and basically kind of just lightly highlighting some of the fabric and stuff like that. I think it's really good to use a color that's in the background because it just kind of adds more depth to the piece. And there's a fancy artistic name for that, but I can't think of it right now, so forgive me. I'll probably put it up on the screen when I remember. So I think I was a little biased in doing this piece anyway. I had just finished doing another Pride piece for one of my alternate accounts, and I'm just really obsessed with rainbows at this moment. Not even just at this moment. I'm the big gay, so I like rainbows all the time. But, so yeah, I really enjoyed this piece. I really just wanted to play around with the rainbow, and there's something to be said, I think, for using a rainbow successfully, because I feel like a lot of the times, and this is just my personal opinion, I'm gonna go into like art teacher mode real quick. There's a lot of art that I've seen that is rainbow oriented, and it's like rainbow everywhere. In fact, the last piece I did was a little too rainbow even for me, and I was like, I need to tone it down a little bit. So yeah, I think there's something to be said for less is more, especially when it comes to rainbow. So I really just focused the rainbow in that gemstone in the center, or idol or artifact or whatever we want to call it. But then, as we can see here, I started working on like some light rays, some refraction, because when I think of prism, I immediately think of a crystal. You know, they reflect light, and you know. Oh, I'm so awkward with this thing. Oh, jeez. Anyway, prisms refract light. Reflect light? I'm not a scientist. It was one of those two words. And it's, you know, the 7 colors that we can see in our light spectrum, in our UV spectrum. So I wanted to do some light rays. He's just a happy guy worshiping this crystal. I don't really have any backstory for him. This image popped in my head right away, and I was like, okay, we're going with that. I got really lucky in that regard. So it took me a few tries to really get down the effect I wanted for these light rays. I really wanted to go with like what I had a second ago with the full rainbow moment, but it was just too much and too thick. So I lowered the opacity. I actually ended up erasing out the center parts of some of these light shafts, which I think overall I think improved the composition of the piece. So I did end up changing the color of the background a little bit here, just to make it match his hair a little more. It was a little too yellow, and here I'm playing around with the sash and stuff to see if I want to veer away from that wine color. But yeah, this piece is basically done. I'm just adding in the final text here, and this is the prism piece. I was actually pretty happy with how it turned out, considering it took me, I think, only 3.5 hours. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it. I hope that you're interested to see what I do with the prompts through the rest of July. I'm really excited too. I think it's going to be a great way to keep me motivated on making videos for you guys and getting my art out there. So once again, I will put my Instagram handle in the description below. If you guys like this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up, turn on your notifications so that you know when I make new videos, and it would really help me out if you guys would subscribe if you feel like it. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.